Frost Death Knights can be a super rewarding spec to play. In the right situations, they can do some pretty incredible damage, however, they need to be in the right place at the right time for that to happen. Still, Frost Death Knights have a ton of abilities that make them not only fun to play, but also super sought after for any group, whether that might be for raiding or Mythic Plus. And with this video, we're going to be teaching you guys how to play one in 5 minutes or less. So if you're new to the class or just need a quick refresher, this video is perfect for you. However, please take note that this only covers the basics for mastering Frost, and it doesn't delve deep into the advanced topics. Think of this video as a starting point in your journey into playing Frost Death Knight. To learn more, check out the comprehensive written class guides over at Wowhead or Icy Veins. And before we begin, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this in the future. So with that being said, let's get started. The importance of different stat weights can vary greatly, and equipping even one piece of gear can change your stat priority by quite a bit. Instead of providing a generic stat weight to follow, I recommend simming your character to determine if a piece of gear is actually an upgrade for you. If you're not familiar with how to sim yourself, I've actually created a video on how to do that. And don't worry, it is super easy to do, so just follow that and you guys will be set. It's also crucial to regularly sim yourself to ensure that you are always optimizing your character's performance. So now let's talk about the talents. Currently, there are a bunch of different ways to play Frost Death Knight. However, there's two main builds. The first is the Obliteration build, and the other one is the Breath of Sindragosa build. The Obliteration build is a bursty build that revolves around 30 to 40 second cooldowns, and the Breath build is good, but you have to basically not get picked by any mechanics and just stay on the boss the whole time. The too long didn't read is that all the builds for Frost are actually really good in different situations. However, to keep things simple, I'm going to recommend this build for raiding. This is the two-handed Obliteration build. Keep in mind that there is a dual-wield version of this build, but this is just really up to personal preference. And then this is the build that I'd be using for Mythic Plus. Again, it's a two-handed Obliteration build variant, so if you do like to play with dual weapons, then you're going to have to look at the builds on Icy Veins or Wowhead for that. And now let's talk about the rotation. So this is assuming that you're using the Obliteration two-handed raid build. So Frost's rotation is a little bit complex. There's basically two phases. You have your core rotation that you do when you're waiting for your cooldowns, and then you do your rotation a little bit differently when you pop things like Pillar of Frost. So let's start with the opener. You're going to pop Remorseless Winter and Abomination Limb, and then you're going to hit Obliterate if you receive a Killing Machine proc on your first auto attack. You're going to hit Empower Rune Weapon, plus Pillar of Frost, plus Raise Dead, and Howling Blast, and then your potion, and then you're going to Obliterate, followed by your regular rotation. So for this next part of your rotation is going to be when you pop Pillar of Frost. Keep in mind that Pillar of Frost is only going to last 12 seconds, and during those 12 seconds is your huge damage window. So basically, most of your damage from Frost is going to be during this window. So optimizing how much damage you do while you have Pillar of Frost active is crucial to doing good damage as Frost. So as you pop Pillar of Frost, your priority is going to be as follows. Obliterate if you have a proc of Killing Machine, Frost Strike if your Unleashed Frenzy is about to fall off, Howling Blast if you have a proc of Rhyme, Frost Strike to generate a proc of Killing Machine, and Howling Blast if you're out of runic power but you have 3 or more runes. And then once your Pillar of Frost is on cooldown, your rotation is going to look like this. Frost Strike if your Icy Talons and Unleashed Frenzy are about to fall off, Obliterate if you have a proc of Killing Machine, Howling Blast if you have a proc of Rhyme, Remorseless Winter, Obliterate if you have 4 or more runes, Frost Strike if you're about to cap off on runic power, Obliterate, and Frost Strike. And then for your AoE rotation, it's pretty easy to remember because your rotation is almost very similar to single target. The only difference here is that for AoE, you're going to be picking up the Glacial Advanced talent, so basically you just use that instead of Frost Strike, and then also you want to use Death and Decay on cooldown. And like always, this is a list of all the gems, enchants, and all that stuff that you guys should be using for consumables for Frost. Feel free to pause the video here to read all this stuff, or you can check it out on Icy Veins. And that's going to wrap up this video. Hopefully I inspired you guys to try picking up Frost Death Knights because, in my opinion, I think Frost DKs are really fun to play, and they bring a ton of awesome utility for any raid group or Mythic Plus group. Thank you again for checking out my video, and we'll see you guys next time.